Well, hi! By golly, we got a show for you. Right now, I'm just practicing on my focusing for the information we're about to present you in today's Safety and Awareness Today show. And by the way, kids, don't do this. This is real glass. And I've been asked if I'm going to be doing some of my meditation demonstrations in future shows. Yes, we will be doing a few of them, but we've got some stuff for you today, and I want to get right to it. So let's get moving. Glad to see you with us again today. And the first part of the show is a center kick. It's a very good defensive kick. We're going to do it in a 4-count process. This kick is a good kick to use if a child has been grabbed to be able to get away from someone. All right? It kicks to the knee. It can kick anywhere from 2 to 3 inches above the knee to 2 or 3 inches below the knee, and the impact still goes to the knee. It's a very basic kick, but that doesn't mean it's easy. There is a process. We're going to run through that process. We're going to have them pick their knee up, all right? Their knee is going to be as high as they can put it. Their foot is going to form into its structure. They're going to put their leg out. They're going to bring it back. They're going to put it behind them. It's the 4-count structure of a center kick. Kyle, if you'll come out first. And I've got a few students here, ranging in average and skills and ability, just to demonstrate the kick. They're willing to spend some time with us today. You ready, Kyle? Chumby out. And kicking motion. Now, Kyle knows a little bit about what's going on, so he's kind of following commands. Kyle, if you'll back up a little bit and then slide over my way just a little bit more. That's a good man. Good deal. First count. 1, up. He brings his knee up. He's got his foot ready. He's set to go. 2 is out. 3 is back. 4 is down. Now, I'm not worried if he has the weight distribution, 40-60, if the width is proper. I'm not worried if his guard is too close or too far. We're working on the kick right now. For those moms and dads and grandfathers and grandmothers that are watching, family members, if you're going to work with your 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old child on this kick, everything else is okay. All right? We're working on the kick. And as many compliments as possible is beneficial. It reinforces that they're doing it right, makes them comfortable. The more comfortable they get with a kick, the more likely they are to use it. Kyle, 1 is up, 2 is out, 3 is back, 4 is down. Very nicely done, very nicely done. All right, now Kyle, 1 is up. Now if I have Kyle look over towards me, okay, now look over that way. Okay, come back over here. Put your foot back down. Eyes are a key factor of balance, aren't they? Eyes make a difference. So you want to tell them to focus on one particular thing. It will help them with this kick. Let's have you do 1 or 2 power and speed. And I only want it about this high. I know that you can kick up here, but I want it right about here. Ready? Power and speed. Uts. 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 Very nice. Okay, Chumby up. Relax. Have a seat. Alexa, come on out. And why doesn't everybody else go on out? Alexa, you're right here. And you can start taking them through, and you'll get an idea of a range of students doing this kick. Hi, Alexa. How are you? Good. Good. Come on a little closer. Whoa, that's close. Okay. Ready? Chumby. Kicking motion. All right. Good girl. She's done wonderful. This is very nice. And you got your head up and you're smiling, you're having fun. You've picked something over there to watch. I can see that. What are you going to watch? You're going to watch the eagle? That's a good thing to watch. You keep your eyes on that, that'll help. 1 is up, 2 is out, 3 is back, 4 is down. Good. 1 is up, 2 is out, 3 is back, 4 is down. Very nice. Hand me the shield. We're going to do a couple power and speed. Very good, thank you. Power and speed, all right? With a lot of power. Are you ready? What?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Power and speed. Uts. Uts. Oh, it's got to be more powerful. Uts. Oh. Okay, that was powerful enough. You knocked me down. You want to reinforce in your son or daughter that they have the power to make a difference. Otherwise, they aren't even going to try to make a difference. That was a very nice kick. And if you boys and girls want to practice this kick, you watch it here. We're going to do one more time because you can talk to mom, dad, another family member that'll help you learn this kick. Let's do it again, 4-count motion study. 1 is up, 2 is out, 3 is back, 4 is down. Very good. 1 is up, 2 is out, 3 is back, 4 is down. That's very nice. You do that kick well. Do you like that kick? Yeah, that's a good kick to do. It's a good kick to use. Keep that in mind. It's called a center kick. If everybody will have a seat, move right back and have a seat. That a girl. All right? That's called a center kick. It's a good defensive kick. And that's a kick that can make a difference in the safety and the well-being of a child. Keep that in mind. A center kick. All right? We'll be back with more information in just a moment. Welcome back, and this is our Teenage Safety and Awareness segment of the show. And we're going to go over first an escape technique from an arm around the waist. So I'm going to bring in two of my instructors, Mr. Stolick and Mrs. Fraley. Now, if you stepped up to her, you put your arm around her waist, very nice, arm up. When she brings her arm up, she's going to make it as stiff and as straight as possible. She's going to bring it down. At this point, we don't want it to bend. We want it to hang down as straight as it can as it hooks the back of his elbow, because his elbow is now locked, and when she either moves her right foot forward and pivots her hips or her left foot back and pivots her hips, he should end up on the floor someplace there. Go right ahead, make it happen, and that's where he ends up. Let's do it one more time, a little faster, just so that you can see this move. Arm around the waist, and boom. Okay, good. Now, if you'll stay there, and Mr. Stolick, you can head right over there on that side. Well, that's all right. That side's just as good. Come on out, Ed. Come on out, Sabrina. These two individuals are going to do this technique and get a little closer. Why don't you switch sides? We'll do it the same scenario we had before. Move to your right a little bit, Ed. And Sabrina, excellent. He puts his arm around her waist. Now, hold right on. That's perfect. Because the young ladies, hopefully you have taken the time to say, take your arm off me. Verbal denial is first. You should verbalize that you do not want his arm around you. If Sabrina looks at him and says, take your arm off me, go ahead and say, take your arm off. And she looks like she means it. She does. She had that like, you take your arm off. And that's what you want to be able to do. If that does not result in the response you want, where he takes his arm off and he goes, well, geez, all right. And it doesn't matter if they look at you and say, what's the matter with you? You say, you know, you can look right back at him and say, what do you mean, what's the matter? I don't want your arm around my waist. But if they don't respond, then she stiff arms, go right ahead, Sabrina. Boom, and down goes the person. Let's do it one more time. A little bit faster. Ready, set, go. Boom. And she is free. Stand right here, Sabrina. Come on up here, Ed. That is a freeing up escape technique from an arm around the waist. But remember, first verbalize your disapproval. If that doesn't result in the action that you are seeking, then you may have to take some physical action. But it's physical action not to hurt them, simply to free yourself up. Very good. Thank you very much. And we will see you in a moment with another piece of information. Right now, we're going to discuss safety on a farm. And I'm fortunate enough to have Dr. Nick Chuff with us, German Flats Veterinary Clinic.
Sir.
And it's a pleasure to have you with us today. And we've been talking, and we did a little footage already this afternoon regarding the primary concern, which is
a bull.
A bull. Having a bull on the farm is a concern, and it is a factor that has to be dealt with. Why is that?
Well, they're a dangerous animal. They're often unpredictable. They're large. They're fast.
And they're fast. And people don't realize how fast they are. So very few farms really have bulls anymore. There are certain situations where it's necessary.
That's correct.
But most of the time, it's artificial insemination.
Yes,
all right. Now, you had a phrase. I want you to say this again. You have 3 words, and I think it'll stick in the mind of kids. What are the words?
They're agile, they're hostile, and they're mobile.
Agile, hostile, and mobile. And that's what we're talking about when we talk about a bull. And our people hurt every year by bulls.
Yes, sir.
And it's just one of those things that the more you're aware of it, the better chance you have of being safe around one. Now, the other thing in the farm industry is equipment.
Yes, sir.
All right. And some equipment, we were talking about blowers and choppers. Those things are all risk-oriented because of
the power that they have and the rotation of the shaft and getting clothing caught up inside of it.
And that's normally what happens is the clothing gets caught, and that's what sucks them in.
Loose clothing is very dangerous around moving equipment. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
and in most of the season, you're going to be outside wearing, because it's cold today. It's cold today. You're going to wear stuff. It's going to get caught. You're going to start breaking a sweat. Loosen the zipper.
Yes, sir.
The coat's going to be loose now because you've been working. Next thing you know, it's going to get caught in one of these, and you're going to get pulled in. And we have some footage regarding some of this kind of equipment. But the other thing that we talked about, and I learned more and more from being able to bring stuff to you, our viewer at home, more and more people from cities are getting into farm equipment with small farms and things, and they're really not familiar with equipment.
Really don't have any experience or practical knowledge?
At all.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned there's a place down south by Oneonta. Some places are starting to try to educate a lot of the people that are coming back out into the rural area to want to do a little farming from the city as to what this equipment is all about.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there are places where you buy the equipment. If you take the time and ask them, they'll tell you what to be careful of, give you some instruction.
Yes, sir.
All right. As far as the bull, we have a little shot of Pete, and we've got some footage here of this beautiful. Now, what's the difference between these 2 bulls?
The breed. The other one was a Holstein. It was a bit larger. This one's a Jersey, and as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing meaner than a Jersey bull.
Nothing meaner than a Jersey bull. All right, well, a pretty-looking bull at that, a very, very strong, powerful-looking bull. Obviously, I'm glad he's retained right now. Interesting pieces of information on the farm. If you visit a farm, if you help on a farm, if you work on a farm, let's not assume that we have safety around us automatically. It is a part of being aware. Be aware regarding a bull. They are fast, they are dangerous. And farm equipment, let's be safe around farm equipment just like we would if we were driving a car on the road. Let's be safe and use common sense. Dr. Chuff, it was a pleasure. Thank you for being with us today. And we're going to be back with another piece of information in just a moment. This piece of information is for individuals during shopping, whether it be a busy time of the year, a holiday, or any time of the year. When you're approaching your car in the parking lot, you should already have your keys out. Your keys should be out and visible, and if you're fortunate enough to have a car that allows you to unlock just the driver's door, use it. Unlock the driver's door prior to getting to the car. And remember, there's nothing in your purse more important than your well-being and your safety. If that attacker or an individual approaches you, you can use your purse to defend yourself, throw it at them, and then get in the car quickly. Right now we're going to do some safety regarding archery, and I'm fortunate to be here with Seth Jesuits. It's a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Very
Thank
much
you.
so, yes. And talking about archery, you're the manager at Gander Mountain for archery and fishing.
Yes, sir.
Today it is archery that we're talking about because there's a lot of safety things that I've learned thanks to the show and bringing it to you that I didn't realize before. First of all, you have a bow in your hand. May I see that for a moment?
Yes, sir.
All right. First thing that I want to share, which I know about any weapon and I found out is true about bows, you do not take someone else's bow. You
Correct.
do not hold someone else's bow. You ask, and there's a sign even here, right here in the store. All right, you can come back that says, do not draw one back because they're
not set up for you.
They're not set up for you. This could come apart. There could be a problem with a string. There could be all sorts of things, and you can get hurt. Because what kind of pressure are we talking about? Power?
Well, on the brand new bows nowadays, they're all shooting about 300 feet per second, so that's a lot of pressure in these limbs.
300 feet per second. These are called limbs. I tried to bend one of these earlier. They don't bend, and yet through the pulley system they do.
They flex, yep.
They flex, and they add the power.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Flings the arrow.
That flings the arrow. And when you let go, that arrow actually bows.
Bows, just a hair.
We have an arrow here.
It'll actually flex.
Whoa,
just a little
just
bit.
like that.
Yep.
Point it out there. Let them just like that. All right.
Releases, it goes.
Now hold on. Let me see that. I arced back a little bit because we've been talking about the fact that they can flex and snap. All right. When it flexes, when you let go of the string, it actually flexes for a moment. And if you've put the wrong size or the wrong strength of an arrow with a bow,
it will break.
It will break.
It will break.
And it could go right through your hand.
It can go through your hand.
And it can also hurt people around you.
Correct.
So therefore, it's essential. I mean, with guns, it's a little easier because a bullet fits this barrel.
Correct.
But you have to
know
ask
what arrow type you need to fit your particular bow.
Okay, what
Everybody's
arrow type?
different.
Okay, to fit your particular bow. Otherwise, you're asking for trouble.
Correct.
Good. Now, I want to cover one other thing. Come on in just a little bit more. When we're talking about arrow hunting, we're talking about tree stands, and we're talking about what's some safety factors we have to consider there?
With tree stands, you always want to wear a harness. Make sure you feel comfortable and safe.
Here, can we hang that up? Okay, I'll hold on to this, and I'll grab this right here. This is an example.
Yep, this is a safety harness. Goes right over your hunting suit.
Wow.
And what you do is just put it on, and then once you get up to the top tree, you lock yourself in.
Awesome. And it's really nice. It feels quite light, and it's essential, because if you fall out of the tree, people think, well, I don't need it, I'm wide awake, it's cold.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. And if you fall out, you get a broken arm, you get a broken leg,
or a broken neck,
or a broken neck. Sadly, which some of these situations have occurred in the last couple of years.
Every year, there's somebody getting hurt.
One of the primary reasons I'm here. Okay, hunter safety. Now, there's one other thing we're going to show you. We're going to show you a set of arrows that have blades on them. They're hunting arrows.
They're for hunting arrows. Yep.
They're as important as locking up your gun, because if a child puts their finger in there,
it will cut them instantaneously, right to the bone.
Those are all razor. Those are razor blades.
Yep.
Safety factors, ladies and gentlemen, for your children as well as you when you're involved in archery. And archery is a wonderful sport.
It's great. It's a lot of discipline in it.
And you
practice a lot.
And you get to relax. We're taking some looks here at Tom firing some arrows. He's just at ease doing that. You know, it's like escaping from the rest of the world.
That's right.
That's what it's all about. It's a wonderful sport. It's a wonderful activity to get involved in. But be safe when you're involved in it. Seth, thank you so very much. A pleasure having you on this show. Hi, Cliff Crandall here with Eric Stolick, and I want to bring some information to you. It's a new book written by Eric Stolick, and I co-authored it, and it is Be Safe, Physically and Mentally with the Crandall System. This new book is available, and it covers women's self-defense.
Self-defense with a cane.
That's right, and child abduction prevention.
As well as self-defense and escape techniques for teenagers.
All right, look for this book in your local bookstore, or you can stop at the American Martial Arts Institute to purchase your copy. Right now we're going to cover another area of awareness, and that is kidney stones. This is a medical area. I'm fortunate to be here with Dr. Ronald Kay. It's a pleasure.
Good morning.
Nice to have you with us on the show. Now, as far as kidney stones are concerned, we know that they're made up of different chemicals and formed in the kidneys. How can we get rid of them? How can we prevent having them in the first place?
Well, prevention, there are some genetic factors which you can't control, but dietary habits can be controlled, and you need to keep yourself well hydrated to prevent them.
All right, so water. How much water a day?
Oh, at least 8 glasses or so.
8 glasses a day. If I drank 8 glasses a day, we might not be going into the next segment of this, which is lithotripsy. And lithotripsy in this area is done by?
United Shockwave Lithotripsy.
All right. Now, when you're having this done, you have an anesthesiologist, so you're out.
Mm-hmm. You're made comfortable, and you go to sleep.
And really, you don't feel anything afterwards. It's done, you know, all right? And then when you're out, we have a machine. What's the machine do?
Well, it's a shockwave lithotripsy. device, and it creates shock waves through the device, travels through a water cushion and into our body. The body is made mostly of water, so the energy goes right to the stone, breaks up the stone, and then you pass the fragments when we're done.
All right. Now, I have a kidney stone that's 1 centimeter in diameter, and we're going to try to break that up, right?
Yes.
That sounds awesome. All right. You're getting to see some of that. If this works, we're going to do another show in the future, all right? That is our piece of information for today on kidney stone awareness.